Stage 1. Classification. In Bosnia, the population was divided mainly into three ethnic groups: Bosniaks, which were the Bosnian Muslims, Bosnian Croats, which were the Roman Catholics, and the Bosnian Serbs, which were the Orthodox Christians. This classification created a clear distinction between the groups, fostering an us versus them mentality. Stage 2. Symbolization. Bosniaks were often referred to as Turks due to their Islamic faith, while Bosnian Serbs and Croats were labeled according to their respective religions. These labels reinforced the divisions and made it easier to target specific groups. Stage 3. Discrimination. Discrimination policies and practices were implemented to divide the Bosniaks. This included restricting their access to education, employment, and political representation. The dominant groups, particularly the Bosnian Serbs, used their power to deny Bosniaks basic civil rights. Stage 4. Dehumanization. The Bosniaks were dehumanized through propaganda and portrayed them as inferior and a threat to the nation. Terms like swarms of migrants were used to depict them as invaders. This dehumanization made it easier for the perpetrators to justify acts of violence against them. Stage 5. Organization. The genocide was highly organized, involving the coordination of military forces, paramilitary forces, and local authorities. The Bosnian Serb leadership was under the figures like Radovan Karadzic and Ratko Mladic. They played a crucial role in orchestrating the systematic killing and ethnic cleansing.
Stage 6. Polarization. Extremist leaders and groups decided to work together to drive a wedge between the different communities. Moderate voices that advocated for the peace and coexistence were targeted and silenced. This polarization depended on the divisions and made reconciliation more difficult. Stage 7. Preparations. Detailed plans were made for the genocide, including a creation of death lists, establishment of concentration camps, and stockpiling of weapons. The perpetrators prepared for large-scale violence by mobilizing troops and resources. Stage 8. Bosniaks were targeted through arrests, deportations, and public humiliation. Their homes and businesses were destroyed, and many were forced into concentration camps where they would face brutal conditions. Women were taken away from their children, raped, and then killed. The destruction of mosques and other cultural symbols were used to erase their semblance. Stage 9. Extermination. The largest example of extermination was the Srebrenica massacre, where approximately 8,372 Bosniak men and boys were killed by the Bosnian Serb forces. This mass killing was a part of the broader campaign to eliminate the Bosniak population in certain areas. Stage 10. Denial. After this mass atrocity, there were many attempts to deny it ever happened. This included destroying evidence, rewriting history, and blaming the victims. Some leaders and officials tried to trivialize the genocide or argue that it was a consequence of the war rather than the deliberate act of extermination.